we're kicking off the 100th season of Cobber football. Hard to believe that Concordia turns 100. Just reflect on a little bit on where your part in that history has been. It's only been 3 coaches in the last 76 years, and you're in your 17th season.
Right.
Does that seem real to you?
Yeah, it doesn't, really, it doesn't. You know, you think about all the great coaches that have been here, and especially, you know, the 2 previous to me with Jake Christensen here for 28 seasons and Jim Christofferson for 32. And what's cool about that is, you know, Jim played for Jake, and then I played for Jim, and so pretty special to be a part of that. You think about, you know, the 25th anniversary and the 50th, Jake was coaching. The 75th, Jim was coaching. Now the 100th, and pretty amazing. I still go back to the day that I was hired, and Armin People and President Thompson said, "We hire football coaches around here every 30 years," and I grabbed my heart. But to be a part of this and to bring this football team in for the 100th season, that's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty surreal.
And now as we go forward, you begin the season at Nebraska Wesleyan. It's a new opponent. You haven't faced this team ever in the history of Cobber football in the 100 years. Concordia's never played them. Is it tough to get used to it, or do you have enough nowadays? Do you have enough film on them so you know what to expect? And what are you going to expect from the Prairie Wolves?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of new, obviously. Brian Keller, the head football coach, he's been there 22 seasons. A gentleman it's his alma mater. He's the winningest coach in Prairie Wolf history, and they were an NAIA program for many years. This is their 2nd year of Division III. They're in the Iowa Conference, a conference that, you know, we have played several teams in that league over the years, be it regular season or be it in the playoffs. A lot of respect for that league. They're a West Region opponent, which the West Region we feel is the toughest region out of any of them. You got to be ready each and every week. You know, the challenge of this piece obviously is, you know, we've got the 7-hour drive down. You know, the temperature probably be a little bit warmer than what we've been used to, so, you know, that all kind of plays a role. We exchanged 3 film with each other, our last 3 games of the regular season. So that's kind of what we've got to go by. Like I said, there's a lot of new to this. I know they have a veteran team and a team that's very well coached.
Now, as you go forward with your team, 2 question marks are going to pop up on either side of the ball. First, offensively, the offensive line. Now, can an experienced defensive backfield, you got Michael Herzog returning and Jason Montoni and Chad Johnson, et cetera, as you go down the line, can they help that offensive line get better as the season goes, and how are they going to be in that first game?
Well, you know, when you look at our returning starters, and obviously when you look at it and we have 1 returning starter on the offensive line, you know, there's several of these guys that are actually starting in Saturday's game that played a lot of football for us. They might not just been a starter. And they've come together really, really well. But our backfield, you know, we've got guys that have been 3-year starters back there. We run a scheme that's just a little bit different than everybody else does. I mean, we're not 6'6", 375-pound inside-outside zone type team. So the option scheme does a lot of different things and give us some creases and let our skilled guys do their thing. So the offensive line doesn't have to put the weight of the shoulders on them. You know, they just got to do their role, and everybody needs to do their role, and hopefully good things happen to us.
Now, defensively, you bring back all your starting defensive linemen pretty much. Your linebacking core is strong, led by Alex Berg, a preseason All-American. In the secondary, same thing like the offensive line, maybe not some kids that have gotten the starts, but they've played a lot.
Yeah, they sure have. Yeah, and our defense, and you know, that's where our experience lays right now. And again, on both sides of the ball and within special teams, we're building that depth. And the key to our non-conference schedule is to play teams that are going to prepare us for our league. And we have done that with these 2 teams. We have a 2-year contract with Nebraska Wesleyan and Wisconsin Whitewater. So we're going to be challenged right out of the gates. And that's going to be good for this football team as we put, you know, all of our eggs into that MISC basket.
Now, as we go forward, we're looking at the game. If the Cobbers are doing well, what's happening on Saturday?
Well, obviously we're a ball control style team. You know, we need to stay on the field, and that's not going to be easy to do. They're 4-3 defense. They got a lot of experience back in their front 7. I like a lot of their secondary guys. They got a couple kids back off of injury. This is going to be a tough team to move the football on. They do see a team in their league that does run option in Luther, so I mean they have defended option in the past. You know, we just We just got to go out and execute and do our thing and hopefully hang on to the football and take care of the football. These first games, a lot of stuff can happen, and part of that is ball control, and ball security. Special teams always plays a big part in any football game, but especially early in the year. And our defense, we want 3 and outs, and again, that's not going to be easy to do because they have a running back who when I watch him run, he reminds me a lot of Chad Johnson. And he's a young man that was hurt last year, and they pretty much got their entire offensive line back. Their quarterback's new. He's an athlete, though, but he's got good people around him, so he doesn't have to put the weight of the world on his shoulders either. So this is going to be a good dogfight. This is going to be a great football game and a great matchup for us, and we're excited about taking the trip.
Now, as we go for last thing, we'll let you go then. Just the 100th year. Do you have any special memories of opening day? Obviously, you first day as a player, and then you came back as an assistant coach, but then maybe your opening day as the head coach.
Yeah, so, as a player, it's hard to go back all those years, I'm telling you. But we opened up with Moorhead State, and, it was my freshman year, and my eyes were just wide open. I couldn't believe the crowd that was there. It was on TV. A lot of excitement, but a lot of butterflies, and it was no different as the head football coach at Concordia. In fact, Jim, I'm going on my 17th year. I get the same feelings in my stomach every single year, and I guess when you have those feelings, you found your happy place, and I really have. And as a coach, my first game we defeated Minnesota State University in Moorhead, and that was a pretty sweet victory.
Good luck on Saturday, and welcome to the 100th year of Cobbers football.
Hey, thanks, Jim.